This winter feels both long and short. After some coldest days, as if overnight, spring is at our doorsteps. After a restorative winter, I feel the bubbly energy within wants to come out, to create more and paint more. Today, I want to share with you this clip from one of my Zoom classes when I taught about the natural way of sketching, especially for loose watercolor artists. This method is inspired by artist Janet Rogers, and I hope it would help you enjoy watercolor painting even more. Today, I also want to take this opportunity to talk about sketching. And I know we're all watercolor artists, and I know I have habit not to sketch, but just co-paint directly. But sketching is very important. And I have quite a few of the students ask me what are my tips for sketching. And I do have some actually. And that is from my observation and my own experience. I see that the sketching that's taught out there, a lot of them are more analytical, and it's emphasized on getting it right. And it's really important to get it right. But there's also the other aspect, which is connect to your subject. Connect to your subject when you sketch. So today I do want to put a little bit more emphasis on that. So what do you mean by connecting? So see, when we look at any subject, if you want to sketch, certainly we do a kind of analytical look. We see what's the proportion, what's the shape, what's the form, right? Let's get it right. So how about get the spirit of it right? Have you thought of that? So well, in that, it's not about right or wrong, it's about connection. So one time I went to this workshop with artist Janet Rogers. She's amazing, very feminine and fluid watercolor artist. And she shared with us a kind of sketching. Was wow, it totally makes sense to me. So I really feel, oh, I got this. I can do sketching an easy, breezy, and a natural way. Yeah, I call it the natural way, or maybe more a feminine way of sketching. So when she sketches, it's not about, oh, I point out 1, 2, 3, I got the right point. But she's more like feel into it, feel into it. Yeah. And how do we feel into it? Well, it's more like imagine that you have a little really cute bird in front of you and you're sketching it. But instead of trying to make it perfect, get it right, think this way. Your pencil is like your finger. You are touching the little bird, touching the outlines. So you're touching, so you're drawing your lines, but you're really feeling. You're feeling your bird. Yeah, like gently touching your bird. So yeah. So, and then Jenny shared this exercise, which I love, and I want to share with you, and we'll do it together. So how do we feel? Well, you don't normally get a chance to hold a bird and let me feel you, but you have yourself, huh? So this exercise is like this. We're just going to close our eyes and start to feel, start to feel our eyebrows and feel the curves and feel how that curves down and into the back of our hair. And then just to come back, you can feel your cheekbones, maybe under your nose, and feel, oh, there's this little thing here, right? And just, the shape of this part is different too. So yeah, so just there's no sequence, but close your eyes and do it on yourself. I'm going to do this with you, but to feel and notice all the different curves that you have on your face. So we'll do this for a minute. Just close your eyes and however you want to. Yes. All right. Let's just take a moment here. So what did you notice as you were doing this exercise? So anything that you noticed that you didn't notice before? Karen, you mentioned the softness, and Dale, you said the warmth. See, that is beyond what our eyes can see, right? But you feel it. So that's a connection. So when you feel it, and you are going to get more of the essence, not just the looks. And for me, I find that I do this exercise a lot, especially when I do the portrait. And I will just go into doing all this, feel it, instead of trying to make it right. And I feel, oh, I connect so much better with my subject. So yeah, so that's one very helpful tip for me I want to share with you, to take your time. And next, we are going to do this exercise to sketch out our gnome. Very good. So I have my little reference photo here. And see, just use a pencil. I roughly, really lightly touch on my screen. And just feel a circle. It doesn't have to be accurate at first. And it's okay to not do it right, but then I go into this nose. It's the funnest part. And from there, I start to find more of the connection with the nose. So just some circling out of the big subjects, the hands or the sign. If I find the space, any positions right, just circle it again. It's really, really rough, and just relax and feel into it. Yeah, so that's how I sketch at first, to find a feeling of it. And then also notice that when I start, I actually did two big circles. One is for the head area and one is for the body. So this is what I do with subjects. I define or divide it into big shapes. So for this gnome, and just big head and big body, round head. And also a tip for illustrating or painting cute animals or cute people, cute little people, cute babies, children. Their head actually takes up more of the proportion of the body. So you won't, if you have the head too small, then it won't look really cute. So that's a tip for how to paint cute, is to have bigger head in the body. So, okay. So next, if you have your watercolor paper ready and you haven't sketched, then I will ask you to start, get your little pencil. I use a 2B pencil and start to sketch with me. And I will start to show the next part, and I will talk about it a little bit and for you to sketch with me. So are we all ready? Yeah, just nod your head if you're ready to sketch. Cool. All right. So I have this little rough sketch. Next, I put it on my watercolor paper. And for this watercolor paper, I used the Fabriano watercolor paper, and it's cotton, and it makes the color really stays a lot truer. So, and just like I did earlier, I circle in just very lightly. Oh, actually, this is a moment. Let me pause here. So actually, I wasn't putting on my pencil on the paper just yet, but I just not touching my paper. But in my head, I start to visualize this painting on my paper. So that's what I'm doing without putting down any line. Then I feel okay, start to lightly put down two big circles. And then I put in another circle for the nose, since that's the center point. And from there, that is my reference point. So I can build the rest in relationship to my circle. So I'm sketching the head, the head. So this is really rough and we don't have to be really accurate. So now I come down to the big beard. So have your pencil really soft and feel into it. And again, see, I'm doing my circle repetitive, repeating it. So roughly feel it. Okay, this should be a really simple sketch. You don't have to put in much detail, just all these big shapes are good enough. So I'm just erasing with a kneaded rubber eraser to take off all the lines that I don't want there anymore. So now I feel like I have my big shapes ready. Then I put down a little more strength on my paper pencil line to define some of the most important features with darker lines. I'm doing the hand, I'm doing it a very simplified way, just a circle and with a few lines. So it's not realistic, but for an illustration, it's good enough. Okay, so if you can look at my sketch, that's the kind of the details or lack of detail you can go to. You don't have to put any more than that. Okay, so here's a moment I look at the gnome and look at the one I did before. I felt like there was a cheek on my reference photo, but I liked this one I did earlier without the cheek, but with a beard. So I decided to take off the cheek, put beard on it. It's up to you if you want to keep the cheek or do the beard however you want to. It's up to you. So how are we doing with the sketching? So if your sketch is ready, so you can bring it up for me to see, that'd be lovely. Or if you still need a moment, so we can do that.